All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are 1 minute into this stream. We got us a good show for you tonight. This championship series is shaping up to be quite the classic. The BHB BARTOLO series. This is Game 5. Series tied at 2 games each. New York Empire going to be, I assume, hosting their last game of the season against the Cleveland Steamers. It'll go back to Cleveland. That's right. I'm just a master. I'm the man. Well, I'm the man tonight anyway. My mic is low. Is it still low? I'll check my levels. Oh, you're right. You're right, it was pretty low. It's still really low, wow. Let's try that. Try a couple of mic checks here. Is this any better? All right. Guess I got my volume fixed. Try to give it a little bit of a boost there. Yeah, my mixer is barely picking up anything, so... Oh, it's not better. Still quiet. Let's try that. Is that a little bit better? Okay. Yeah, that looks... On my end, it looks pretty good. I'm not peaking, but I'm also registering. Cool. Okay. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for fixing my mic. No, I guess one of my settings got I bumped while I was I don't know, maybe I set my headphones down on the mixer or something like that. Doesn't matter. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the BHB, the BARTOLO Series Championship. The Cleveland Steamers taking on the New York Empire, 2-2. This one's shaping up to be quite the classic. Let's go through the starting lineup real quick. Puma Longtree at second base, Giancarlo Hammer third, Giancarlo Hammer second on deck, Kevin Chumbawamba. Batting in the hole, Thermos Monsoon, clean up the catcher, Holden Tudix. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Daddy Davis, first baseman, Oldian Muldooney, right fielder, and Dick Avery, the left fielder, and then Ricky Vaughn, your pitcher, batting ninth. But is your starting pitcher for tonight for the Cleveland Steamers. Let's check out the old New York Empire. New York's lineup, very similar looking lineup for New York. Fab Freddy, third baseman, leading things off. Rob Masters on deck. The catcher, Merle McGuire, first baseman. In the hole, Biscuit Batcher batting cleanup, right field. Joey Phillips, center fielder, batting fifth. Tippington, the second baseman, comes after that. Eric Shun batting seventh, left field. Thomas Rose, the shortstop, batting eighth. And Willie Knox is your starting pitcher on the mound, and we'll wrap things up in the order. This is the championship series, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. This will be the final game in New York at the Apple Field before the series returns to Cleveland for Game 6. So no matter who lifts the trophy at the end of this series, it will be in Cleveland. Willie Knox from the windup deals the first pitch. And it's rocketed foul down the first base line. Back-to-back fouls down the first base line for Puma Longtree. And swing through the third pitch of the game, strike three. 3 pitches, 1 strikeout. June Tyler Hammer takes the ball. Breaking ball for ball 2. Hammer takes strike 2. 2-2 the count. Blasts one foul. Dribbled that one down the third baseline. Fly ball in the left field. That's going to be an out for out number 2. Kevin Chumbawamba, the third batter for the Steamers. Oh, I guess my mic was doing some funny business. All right, it's full count, 2 outs. Top of the first. Chumbawamba trying to get things going for the Steamers. Back-to-back fouls, still full. Another foul ball. It's 4 foul balls now for Kevin Chumbawamba. Oh. Rob Masters was able to get that. I thought that one was going back to the screen. Well, never mind. It looks like Cleveland Steamers are retired in order in the top half of the first. So Fab Freddy gets things started for the Empire. 2-2 the count. Dribble over to first base. He throws back to the pitcher, Ricky Vaughn, for out number 1. Rob Masters. Back-to-back strikes, 0-2. Blasts it directly to Daddy Davis. Lined out. Merle McGuire. 2-0 the count. Ricky Vaughn pitching from the windup, left-handed. This one's lined into center field for a base hit. So Merle McGuire gets the first hit of the day for either side. And now it's Biscuit Basher, who takes a strike. McGuire running to second base. Biscuit Basher has the legs. He's going to make it. That's going to be an infield hit for Biscuit Basher. And now we have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for the Joey Phillips. Ricky Vaughn battling, trying to limit the damage here early in the game. Bottom of the first. 2 outs. And Joey Phillips draws a 5-pitch walk. Tippington now. That was going to be lined down the first base line. That's going to go into right field. That's going to score 2 runs. And it's going to move Joey Phillips from first all the way to third. Runners now on the corners with 2 outs. And the Empire take an early 2-0 lead. Tippington with a 2 RBI single. Eric Shun ahead in the count, 2-1. Full count now. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. And Eric Shun draws the walk. The bases are loaded again for Thomas Rhodes this time, the shortstop. This one's dribbled over to the opposing shortstop, over to first for out number 3. So New York leave 3 on the base paths, but not before scoring 2 to take that 2-0 lead. Willie Knox from the windup against the catcher, Thermos Monsoon. But on 3 pitches, goes down on a strikeout. Holden Tudix now. That one's going to be just foul for strike 2, 1 and 2. And that's another strikeout for Willie Knox. Daddy Davis, the right-handed batter against the right-handed Willie Knox with 3 Ks. Ooh, that one's hit very well into deep center field. Joey Phillips is all the way back to the wall. He's going to make a great leaping catch for the out. Holy moly. What an epic defensive play from New York and the captain, Joey Phillips. That was bound to be over the outfield fence. Holy moly, that's going to actually stay fair. And the pitcher's going to make it for an infield hit. Willie Knox at first base. Holy moly, that catch in center field. And Willie Knox takes off. He's not going to make it. Go figure. Lord have mercy. The pitcher, who does not have any speed, runs on Thermos Monsoon, one of the best catchers in the league. He had enough. Knox had enough time to turn around and try to head back to first, but not before being run down by the second baseman. That one's lined into center field, though, and New York Empire have a 2-out hit. Merle McGuire now checks the runner over at first, Ricky Vaughn. And Fab Freddy is going to steal a base. Now, Fab Freddy actually is fast. Now, that one's fair, and it's just going to dribble right in front of Monsoon, the catcher. And he's going to easily pick it up, throw it over to first for out number 3. So even after getting 2 hits, the New York Empire come up with nothing. That's hit very well into right field. Biscuit Basher is all the way back to the wall. He is going to jump. He's not going to get it this time. That is a home run for the Cleveland Steamers, a solo shot into right field. Very nicely hit by Odion Muldoon. That one's lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Eric Shun throws it in. Now batting, the pitcher, number 99. Ricky Vaughn now, the pitcher, up to bat for the Cleveland Steamers. And that one's going to be bunted. Willie Knox picks it up comfortably, throws it over the first, but advances the runner to second base, and now the Cleveland Steamers have 1 out and a runner in scoring position for the leadoff batter, Puma Longtree. Two and 2 the count. And that one's going to be dribbled over to second base. Should be easy for Tip Tippington, who scoops it up for out number 3. Daddy Davis, though, scoots over to third base and is now 90 feet away from tying the ball game. Hammer pops fly on the first pitch and is behind the plate. Should be easy for Rob Masters, and it is. It's caught. So that's going to end the inning. But Odion Muldoon hits the one deep into right field to cut the lead in half. 2-1 the score. New York Empire lead. Biscuit Basher now ahead in the count, 2-0. Back-to-back strikes, 2-2 the count. Swings through that one, strike 3. Biscuit Basher goes down. Joey Phillips with a walk on the day and an excellent catch in center field. That definitely robbed the Cleveland Steamers of a home run. line straight to Puma Longtree, the second baseman, and that's going to be out number 2. So Tip Tippington now, single with 2 RBIs in the first inning, is going to pop straight back. Thermos Monsoon comfortably under that one for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Empire. And the Steamers coming back to back. Kevin Chumbawamba, the leadoff batter here in the top of the 4th. Both pitchers doing fairly well. And as soon as I say that, that's going to be ripped into left center field for a multi-base hit. Chumbawamba rounds first and gets to second easily, standing up. And with no outs and a runner in scoring position, Thermos Monsoon is at the plate. That one is popped on the first pitch into left field. Eric Shun calls it off. He's going to throw it over to third. The runner's not going to go. So Kevin Chumbawamba stranded at second for Holden Tudix. This one is popped into kind of mid-shallow right field. Biscuit Basher calling off the center fielder. And he's got quite a cannon, too. Throws over to Fab Freddy. Kevin Chumbawamba again. Kind of stuck at second base there. Unfortunate missed opportunity there for the Steamers, but there's still a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Daddy Davis. That one's blasted into right field. Biscuit Basher, though, just shy of the track, catches that one for out number 3. Cleveland Steamers come up empty that inning. And now New York going to get their chance to bat. Eric Shun with a walk in the second inning. That one's on the first pitch, dribbled straight to the pitcher, and he throws it over to first for out number 1. Thomas Rose on the first pitch again. Daddy Davis picks up that ground ball for out number 2, takes it himself. And now with 2 outs, Willie Knox, who has a single on the day, is up to bat. And on 3 pitches goes down on strikes. So in 5 pitches, the New York Empire is retired. And now the Cleveland Steamers in the top half of the 5th inning are going to try to find some runs here. The hero for the Steamers, Odion Muldoon. The home run earlier in the game grounds this one to Merle McGuire for out number 1. Dick Avery, the left fielder. That one's popped into foul territory. Fab Freddy's not going to be able to get to it. It gets to the seats. 2-2 the count. Oh, and the called strike 3. That seemed a little low. But nevertheless, Willie Knox records another strikeout. 4 on the day for him, and 4 2/3. That one is going to reach the netting and is going to stay a foul ball. That one is the next pitch blasted into center field. Joey Phillips fields it cleanly. And the Cleveland Steamers have a runner at first. Oh, that was a pitcher. That was Ricky Vaughn. Back-to-back strikes. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. Just misses with the breaking ball there. And that one is blasted into center field. Another base hit. Now Rick Vaughn is in scoring position at second base with a runner at first. Giancarlo Hammer comes to bat for Cleveland. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Willie Knox now from the stretch with 64 pitches thrown. He's going to line that one to second base, and the throw over to first is in time for out number 3. Again, Cleveland comes up empty. 2-1. 2-1 is the score. New York Empire on top of Cleveland in the bottom of the 5th. This is Game 5 of the championship series in the BHB. That one is a ground ball to third base. Giancarlo Hammer in time for out number 3. Out number 1. The series is tied at 2-2. The winner of the championship has to win 2 of the next 3 games. This ball is popped to the first baseman, Daddy Davis, and that's going to be out number 2. Merle McGuire getting his shot. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Rick Vaughn, who's on 68 pitches. 3-0 the count. Rob Masters swinging freely on 3-0. Merle McGuire. And that one is going to just get over the second baseman for a base hit. McGuire on first. For Biscuit Basher. It's 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Swings through that one. 0-2 the count. Breaking ball just misses outside. Biscuit Basher swings through that one. Strike 3. That's 2 strikeouts for the Big Bash. Kevin Chumbawamba leading things off for Cleveland. In the top of the 6th. He's got a double on the day, 1 for 2. That one is lined into right field for a base hit. Chumbawamba reaches base for the second time in this game.
Now batting, the catcher, number 14.
Willie Knox from the stretch this time. Against Thermos Monsoon, the left-handed batting catcher. This one is popped into shallow left field. Thomas Rose ranges all the way in that territory to catch it for out number 1. Kevin Chumbawamba still at first base. Holden Tudyk's now the batter, right-hander. Against the right-hander, Willie Knox checks the runner at first. 1-0 the count. Breaking ball misses low. Ball 2. Really worried Chumbawamba's going to steal. 2-1 the count. Nice strike on the outside corner. Three and 1. That one's going to get into right field for a base hit. Biscuit Basher throws it back in. First and second base now with 1 out. Cleveland Steamers looking dangerous here in the top of the 6th. Daddy Davis, who's 0-2 on the day. He's getting his chance now. 1-2 the count. Swings through that nice slider for strike 3. Daddy Davis down on pitches. Odion Muldoon. 1 for 2. Home run, and the Cleveland Steamers' only RBI is going to pop this one to the first baseman, Merle McGuire, and that's going to be out number 3. This is the 3rd time this game I can remember that the Cleveland Steamers have had a runner in scoring position and failed to bring him home. Joey Phillips, 0 for 1 with a walk, leading things off for New York. Ricky Vaughn getting a little tired out there, but he's hanging tough. Joey Phillips is going to pop to his counterpart, Kevin Chumbawamba, in center field for out number 1. Tippington, who's got both of New York's RBIs today on a single, is going to line one into left field for another base hit. Tippington on first. Eric Shunn, the batter. Left-handed left fielder with a 0 for 1 with a walk. This could be 2. Tudyk over to Longtree, over to first for the double play. Cleveland Steamers get out of that inning relatively easily. It's the top of the 7th. Cleveland Steamers trail the New York Empire 2-1. This is Game 5 of the championship series of the BHB. 2-2. The series is tied. Dick Avery's going to line out to the third baseman, Fab Freddy, for out number 1. And Dong Mattingly, pinch hitter for the Cleveland Steamers, is going to get his opportunity. 2-2 the count. And that's going to be lined into center field for a base hit. We have Dong Mattingly at first base for Puma Longtree, leadoff batter for Cleveland. And he's going to go on the first pitch, but it's fouled back. He's going to have to return to first base. Grounder over to McGuire. This could be 2. Over to Rhodes. Back to McGuire. A 3-6-3 double play for New York. Sits down the side, and it's stretch time here in New York. Bottom of the 7th for Thomas Rose. He's 0 for 2 on the day. But a nice, consistent defensive outing. And that's a 4-pitch walk for Thomas Rose. He's going to be the leadoff runner for New York. Is this going to be Willie Knox's day? It sure is. Uncle Fudge, the pinch hitter for New York. Comes in for Willie Knox, and Uncle Fudge, pinch hitter, gets a base hit. So both teams having success from their bench. Uncle Fudge at first. Thomas Rose at second, runner in scoring position for New York with nobody out. It's Fab Freddy, who's 0 for 3 on the day. He's going to swing through that 3 pitches. Down on strikes goes Freddy, 0 for 4. Rob Masters, who is 1 for 3 with a single. And that's going to get into the left field for a base hit. Rose is going to round the corner. He's going to make it. The throw is not in time. He is safe. New York Empire extend their lead. The score is 3-1. That is going to be popped into down the first base line in foul territory for out number 2. So Merle sits down on 1 pitch. Merle McGuire. And Biscuit Basher is up plate against Dusty T, the relief pitcher for Cleveland. He's a right-hander versus the left-handed batting Biscuit Basher. Takes a strike, 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Swings through that one, strike 3. That's 3 Ks for Biscuit Basher today. And the New York Empire, though getting 1 run, miss out on kind of an opportunity there. The score is 3-1. It's the top of the 8th inning. Berto DeMora, the relief pitcher for New York. That one's blasted into left field. That's going to stay fair. It hits the wall. Eric Shun fields it. But the Cleveland Steamers have a leadoff double. Giancarlo Hammer. Very nice powerful hit into left field. And Chumbawamba on the first pitch is going to pop fly to center field. Joey Phillips under that one. Calling it. Hammer's going to go for it. Phillips' throw is not in time. Hammer reaches third base. And now with 1 out, Thermos Monsoon has a runner 90 feet away from cutting this lead in half again. Monsoon takes a strike, 2-1 the count with one out. Fastball high. Full count. And that's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. The runner's going to score, and Thermos Monsoon is actually going to make it for an infield hit. 3-2 is the score. New York still have the lead. Monsoon at first base, 1 out. Holden Tudich, your shortstop for Cleveland. And then he's going to pop this one up straight to Rob Masters, who's calling everybody off. And that's going to be out number 2. Daddy Davis. Righty the left-handed batting Demora. This could get down. Biscuit Basher, though, has the legs, is going to get all the way to the foul line and catch that one for out number 3. A narrow lead for New York as we go into the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-2 is your score. Joey Phillips, nice fastball, but just misses low. Dusty T. He's got 2 strikeouts already. And Joey Phillips is going to ground to the shortstop for out number 1. Tip Tippington now, 2 for 3 on the day. 2 singles and 2 RBIs. Nice day for him. He's been a very, very productive here in the playoffs. This one's going to be ground ball to the second baseman. For out number 2. Eric Shun now with 0 for 2 with a walk. With 2 outs, bases are empty. It's ahead in the count, 3-0. And this one's going to be lined in the center field for a base hit. So Eric Shun at first base. Thomas Rhodes coming up next from New York. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2-0 the count. 3-0 the count now. And that's going to be a 5-pitch walk for Thomas Rose. So Berto DeMora, the pitcher, are they going to pinch hit for him? I imagine so. They are. Dale Rotten, your pinch hitter for New York. And that's going to be the day for Dusty T. Chico Watson now your relief pitcher. This is going to be a right-handed. Oh, that's going to be lined into right field down the first base line for a base hit. The runner's going to round third and come home. It's going to score 2 runs. The New York Empire extend their lead 5-2. Another pinch hit for New York's bench, and this one yields 2 RBIs. This one, little blooper into shallow right field. That's actually going to get down for a base hit. The runner rounds third, goes home. The throw's not in time. 6-2 is your score. A very lucky hit for New York there. Fab Freddy, though, getting an RBI single. And Rob Masters hits this one deep into left field. This is a no-doubter. It's gone! Home run, New York! And that's going to be a 2-run shot. This game has been blown open here in the bottom of the 8th. 8-2 is your score. And now all of a sudden, this hole almost seems too deep for the Cleveland Steamers to climb out of. Merle McGuire, your batter for New York. Chico Watson giving up 3 earned runs and has not recorded a strike yet. Or excuse me, an out. And that's going to be another walk for Chico. He is getting rattled out there. Biscuit Basher, your batter now. He's 1 for 4, but with 3 strikeouts. This one's going to be blasted into left center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall for a base hit. The runner's going to round third, and he's going to go home. There's not going to even be a throw. That's going to extend the lead even further. 9-2 is your score now. Biscuit Basher getting an RBI double here late for New York. And they're going to 4-pitch walk Joey Phillips. I imagine Chico Watson's day is done, and they're going to go to the pen here. The Cleveland Steamers need to do something about this pitching situation because he's just not having a good outing. No, they're going to leave him in. Chico Watson's 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and no outs recorded. And unfortunately, Daddy Davis can't come up with that one. Biscuit Basher is going to score. Joey Phillips is going to make it all the way to third. And that's going to make the score 10-2. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the beginning of this inning, the score was 3-2. That's going to be blooped into left field for a base hit and score Joey Phillips from third base. So another base hit for New York. Makes the score 11-2, and finally, the pitcher comes out after giving up 6 earned runs and recording no outs. Ronan Collins is your new reliever for Cleveland, who's trying desperately to get this last out, and so that Cleveland can have their chance to bat. And Thomas Rose lines one into right field for a base hit. The runner rounds the corner, and it's not in time. Tippington scores. It's 12-2. Dale Rotten, your pinch hitter again, has not come out of the game. So Dale Rotten now is 1 for 1 with a single, an RBI, 2 RBIs, and a walk. And he has been on base twice now in this inning. And the bases are loaded for New York. Fab Freddy, 1 for 5, single and an RBI. I'm really not believing what I'm seeing here. The Empire have scored 9 runs this inning, and this should end it here. Daddy Davis, Fab Freddy grounds out to Daddy Davis, the first baseman. And finally, the damage is over. But 12-2 is your score now. And the Cleveland Steamers have a mountain to climb if they want to win this one. Nathaniel Hammerhead is your closer for New York. And on one pitch, Odion Muldoon grounds to the first baseman for out number 1. Dick Avery, the left fielder. The right-handed batter versus the right-handed throwing Nathaniel Hammerhead. Blasted into right field. That should be foul, though. It is. Makes it into the seats. Oh, and the called third strike. That looked well inside, but the Empire get the call. And now the Cleveland Steamers are down to their final out. Dick Tickler, your batter. And that's going to be popped to Fab Freddy, the third baseman. 1, 2, 3, go the Steamers. And the New York Empire win game number 5. And that puts them within 1 win of the championship. 12-2 is your final, but that is not the story on the day. The story was, for 7.5 innings, this game was extremely close and a nail-biter. Every single hit mattered and every single out mattered. And then the New York Empire just went absolutely gangbusters and bananas in the bottom of the 8th and scored 9 runs. The New York Empire scored 12 on 17 hits, while the Cleveland Steamers scored 2 on 10. It's just not the Cleveland Steamers' day, unfortunately. I mean, who's that pinch hitter? I can't even. Is he even on the list? Where is he? Yeah, there he is. Rotten. Dale Rotten. He had 2 plate appearances, 1 for 1, 2 RBIs, and a walk. And he was in the game for 1 inning. Sure, 2 for 2 with an RBI. Merle McGuire, 2 for 2 with a walk. Rob Masters, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Tippington, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Those 2 are going to be player of the game. I can't imagine. I don't know which one is which, but they have the exact same line there. But, boy, the New York Empire just bat. Too much batting. Willie Knox gets the win. 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run. 5 strikeouts. Ricky Vaughn gets the loss and only giving up 2 earned runs, which is a really good quality start. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. But the bullpen really costing the Steamers here. Dusty T giving up 3 earned runs, and Watson giving up 7 and not even recording an out. Poor guy. Well, that's your game, ladies and gentlemen. The New York Empire take a commanding lead. 3-2 is your series lead. And the New York Empire within 1 win of the championship. But the Cleveland Steamers host the next 2 games. So the Empire will have to win on the road if that's their desire, which I assume that it is, because isn't that everyone's desire, win the championship? Anyway, Rob Masters gets your player of the game. Tip Tippington, a close second. Willie Knox, your starting pitcher for New York, getting the 3rd place player of the game. I'm your host, Biscuit Basher. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow for Game 6.